give them the thumb sign. Give Busola the thumb sign if you are ready. Just give her the thumb sign.
Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show, your daily dose of news and updates. I am Busola, your host, and joining me in the studio today are Stephen and Bella. We are taking today's news from Punch and Vanguard newspapers. Today's top news from Punch. Breaking: PDP NWC faction suspend National Chairman Damagun Secretary. The crisis in People's Democratic Party shows no signs of resolution as a faction of the National Working Committees has suspended the acting National Chairman Umar Damagun and the National Secretary Samuel Ayamu for alleged disloyalty to the party. Ms. Bella, what do you think about this?
Well, what I think is that this is Nigeria, anything can happen. But I don't understand someone that has been working for you for years, and then you just decided that you wanted to dismiss the person because of his disloyalty to the party. Maybe it's kind of an employment work, so we can just dismiss anyone. Depends on them.
Right, there might be an argument between them, party supporting one side and all like that. It can actually lead to it.
Everybody has its own choice, so we can't actually say what's the reason why they have to dismiss person, but we needed to go deeper to find out what was the whole issue about before dismissing this person.
Okay, moving on. So, don't cause bad leaders. Sultan odds Nigeria. The Sultan of Sokoto, Haji Said Abakatui, on Thursday in Ilorin, appealed to Nigeria to always pray for their leader even in bad situation. The Sultan made an appeal while speaking during a public lecture and special book presentation in honor of Professor Isaac Oloyede at the University of Ilorin. Mr. Stephen, what do you have to say on this?
Concerning his book launching, this happened. I think it happened in Ilorin. We know Professor Isaac as a professor. He has once worked in Ilorin. Before he was an army. He was an army captain before he joined the profession there in Ilorin. For him say we shouldn't cause a bad leader. I don't think that's. Some people have their reasons to do the show. Yeah, like let's say the masses, someone that has suffered through traumas of government and everything. Okay, something happened to your family and you decided to cause the leaders
for the cause.
For the cause, it's from the heart. We shouldn't cause our leaders. Yes, we should. But I don't think there's any much thing you need to say about it. I don't have much stories on. I don't have enough story on that.
Ms. Bella, do you have anything to add to it?
Yeah, I have something to add to it. What I'm going to say is that it's your own understanding, Mr. Stephen. That is okay. But at the same time, I'm going to tell you that a whole lot has been going on in Nigeria, and most of I need to ask: does religions in Nigeria actually cause more harm to us or good? Because whenever the citizen try to oppose the government, the religious leaders were going to come out,
like we should keep praying for them,
they are
and
going to come out and then be like, pray for the leader so that they can. Is it the leader? Is it the religious leader that is actually helping us to look for a better days for Nigeria, or they are actually trying to prevent us not to fight for our rights? Because right now a whole lot is happening in Nigeria, but the food, everything is expensive. Even the poor man can't even afford. So what is the leader saying now that we should pray? How long are we going to keep praying?
The Bible said prayer and action.
But
you
one,
pray, you don't make exactly. There's no.
Those ones are praying, but they don't allow the citizen to put action into it. Imagine the last protest that walked by. You have to see the way those religious leaders came out and says that no, now you have to pray, keep on praying. The pastor will be like, we have to pray for the country so that Nigeria need prayer so that it can go forward. Other countries have churches, they have every religions, but still yet they have to put in the action. What he's saying is not a good advice for us that is suffering it already.
Yes.
Might be taking support in whatever politician they believe in, but for me, I don't think prayer is what we need right now.
We need actions.
We need actions.
We've been praying.
So let's move on. So NULGE threatens suits over government bills to control local government funds. The National Union of Local Government Employees on Thursday said it wouldn't rule out seeking redress in court should the Anambra State government, Charles Soludo, or other governors introduce bills to frustrate the Supreme Court's judgment on direct allocation of funds to LGAs. What is your take on it, Ms. Bella?
Everything has been frustrating Nigeria, not just the employees alone. So everybody is screaming out, and we are all fighting for ourselves. It's either through physical or through emotional. So they are trying. This is the way that he wanted to show his own. And actually, he can scream from now till tomorrow, and I don't believe anything is going to be done because those that are in power, we wanted to do what pleases them.
To my own view, I don't think the federal government should have more say in what the local government are doing.
Why not? They have to have a say. We are all citizens. Imagine right now you're going to be like, this my child, I beat this child. Or he's already in a grown adult and then you wanted to talk to him of what he does. And then you expect him not to say, okay, let me defend myself. Okay, someone came to meet you now, your child did something and then you're just going to go ahead to beat your child because that person, no, we have to say something. You just don't expect that, okay, the local government does not have to say something about the federal government. Why not?
No,
they are part of it.
I know they are part of it, but the federal government has issued, they've given the local government something to do. They should allow them to do their job, not for them controlling them in everything they do. I don't think it's
How
right.
many times are you going to allow them to do their job?
Are they even doing the job?
They're still going to control them over it again. How many jobs do you?
I believe the local government are
How many
working
jobs can
more
you
than the
count
federal
out?
government.
How many jobs can you count out that the federal government has given to the local government?
I'm not talking about that aspect. I'm not talking about that
Then,
aspect.
if you're not talking about that aspect, there is a reason for them to voice out as well. We are the citizen, and the local government also matters. If we the citizen cannot reach the federal government, they go through the local government, who is going to voice out for us.
Exactly.
So that is the reason why they need to voice out.
I think you're right.
There's a whole lot into this, but we need to take it one after the other. It's not that
So
easy.
let's move on. Edo's gunshots disrupt poll materials inspection. The inspection of material from the 2024 Edo State governorship elections was postponed indefinitely on Thursday. Gunfire erupted, allegedly fired by suspected thugs at Edo State office of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Benin. Mr. Stephen, please, what do you have to say on this?
This has been happening a long time in Rivers State. I believe it happened in the Rivers State first.
Okay.
It happened in Rivers State first, and now we are seeing it in Edo State. The INEC brings electoral material to be inspected. Suddenly, the opposition party and this party, I don't want to call names, this party and this party are having a clash. It's very wrong. I don't know where we are going to in this country. I believe there is freedom of speech, freedom of movement. This is an election. It's supposed to be a free, fair election, not a free fighting election. It's very wrong. It's very wrong. The country, I don't understand what's happening. This happened, I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So many people sustained gun injuries. So many have been rushed to the hospital just for an inspection, just to inspect electoral materials. We are fighting. What if it's not an election?
I felt it's a gang up work.
It's normally a gang up work.
Everybody
Politics.
wants to take a part in what is
It's
going on in
normally a gang up
Nigeria.
work. Politics.
It's either you pay a terrorist or a thug to do what is needed in
Some
Nigeria.
call them machinery.
We hardly have the free and fair election in Nigeria, so it's not going to be a new thing. My condolences to those that have lost their life and those that are in the hospital. I wish you quick recovery. But we need to fight for ourselves more to actually get what we want, because we can't actually be hoping on a better days for Nigeria, and then while there are other citizens that is ready to work for the government against their own self.
Same Nigerians, they are
We are going to be fighting for ourselves because they receive some.
But still, they vote for the wrong people.
It's not as if they voted for the wrong
They are
people.
being
They
paid
can
for
actually
this.
vote.
Yeah, so people are being paid
They
to
are
come and
being
vote
paid.
for them now.
Yes.
No,
So
nobody won't be paid to come and
what
shop
do you have to say about? It's all Nigeria. So please. Nigeria has been a tough headache for me. When I'm already preparing my health certificate, so when I'm going to God, I'll just present that to God. God, this is my certificate from health, so you don't need to even, because it's hell right here. It's so much.
Okay, because of our time, let's move on to our Vanguard news. Today's top news from Vanguard: Bishop Abioye Aremu to retire from roles at Living Faith Church today. Stephen, what do you have to say on this?
I don't have much story on that, but the little I have is that I know the pastors, the bishops, they've been working for over 40 years. He started the church alongside with Pastor Oyedepo.
Yes.
And Pastor Emo, I think he's an accountant, formerly an accountant, and now a bishop. Well, working for 40 years and retiring now, it was celebrating.
Yes.
Definitely was celebrating. It was celebrating.
Shout out to him. Do you have anything to say?
We thank you for your service in the church and in the presence of the Lord. Thank you so much. May God be with you as you retire. Thank you.
Alright, let's move on. Deregulation. Oil marketers to import cheap petrol, IPMAN says. Opposition against hike in petrol price by Nigeria National Petroleum Corporation Limited yesterday swelled as the Nigeria Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, the People Democratic Party former Vice President Abubakar Atiku Civil Society Organization, among others, insisted on immediate reversal of the price increase to the old regime. So what do you have to say on this, Ms. Bella?
What do I have to say? Everybody is doing their own share. So the Independent Petroleum Marketing Association of Nigeria have the rights to actually do that, because every day we thought that the petroleum price is going to come down, and then the next thing you wake up in the night and then it's just like boom.
Just like dollar.
How is that? Like you need to balance the life of Nigeria and balance the situation in Nigeria. But you are now looking at it. How? Last night, how much is it?
It was 1,013 naira last night.
You wake up this morning looking at 1,002.
1,002. Like,
is there a production? Like, you need to wage it, but they are right though. Everybody can get their own from various places that they feels like it's cheaper for them, because you can't actually be in Nigeria and trying to sort yourself out with Nigerian made products and then you are being choked with it. So they're right. I'm in support of that.
do you have any advice to give to the Nigeria about all these price of petrol and
price? When you want to give price, you want to give price. Advice.
The word there that you can't advise the politicians.
Yeah, it's not about the
more you advise
politicians.
them,
Politicians are living their life.
the more you advise them, most of them have public advisors now. They have police, they have people that advise them.
It is us, the citizens.
It's what they want to do.
Mr. Steve, it is us. We don't need that price.
Because I keep hearing they say Dangote is using the money to shovel some things underground and all. Like,
we don't need that price.
citizens need advice. I beg.
Which advice? We don't need that advice. When they don't choke us, we go talk.
But they will still silence us.
No,
like,
see.
they will still look for ways to silence
you know one
us.
thing about Nigeria is that I don't want to die. I have families, I have children. But do you know the most thing that is killing us the most? It is the Nigerian. I don't want it to die while fighting for Nigeria so that some other Nigerians will come and enjoy. after I'm gone, me that wanted to enjoy life, that is it. So we wanted to be like, let us suffer it together. But I'm able to still buy something. I pass my neighbor, so I can buy 1 or 2 daily meal, and I'm okay. So I'm not ready to die, but still yet, people is going to wake up every day dying unusually.
Definitely.
They don't need advice. We don't need advice.
Okay, so moving on to what is trending. Okay, so I paid San 5 million upfront for pardon. Bobrisky in new audio leaked by very dark man. Again, I heard it was 10 million before, so how come it is now 5 million again?
It's still coming down.
The news, every day we see things. Every day we hear things.
Different
Last
stories.
week, I
You don't even know
think,
what
last
to
week they
believe
said it
again.
was 10 million.
Yes, now.
Now we are hearing 5 million. I think VDN should have more links on this because for him dropping a video, just an audio, I think should have more links. Should tell us more things we need to hear. The person that collected the 5 million, how the 5 million came out, how it moved from this account to this account. I think everybody should be ruined. It should be ruined out.
Maybe it's just waiting from one bombshell to another bombshell. Some people are actually saying that Very Dark Man is actually trying to distract Nigeria from what is mainly on ground, because right now Nigeria can be facing crisis, and then you wanted to bring another celebrity issue into it, and then trying to distract people with various type of things, because the last time it was being so, and then now again, while they were trying to protest, I noticed that he was the first person that started the protection in Abuja, and then now everything turned down, and now he's bringing another celebrity topic, and then most people are against him, and why some people are actually saying that he's the human activist that is trying to, just trying to save people from every other criminal offense or whatever. But I'm not against him, neither am I for him, but I just feels like there is time for everything. So this one should just be like, let him just forget about it for now, but yet we needed to focus on what is most important in Nigeria, not this one. This one is just, it's nothing. They're living their life.
Like, how could you even request for further assistance in prison? Like,
No, he said he's got some of his godfathers. Some of you mentioned, but still now we've not heard names of the godfathers.
No, he can't come out and mention name for you now.
We need names. We need to know all these godfathers. We need to know all these godfathers.
Okay, come on. That is bad. How are you going to be like you wanted to mention the names of those that actually been of help of a godfather? No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way, like seriously. Yeah, he has to keep some name to it. He's already in the news now that this is what he did. This is what he did. He's going to be the one to face the consequences himself. Those people are not going to come out. Even if he's going to mention them, they will use money to clear up their name.
are you even sure Bobrisky himself will face the consequences? Won't it be buried?
That's Nigeria for you.
There are still people that is going to help him out. Someone
That's
came back from
Nigeria.
the prison that she never went to, and then money was being contributed for him. That means there's
Imagine,
still more.
after the prison, he celebrated his birthday, cake worth 15 million naira. Like,
That means that there are.
and he
there
said
are
that he
people
doesn't
that-
have money in his account. Where
There
did he
are
get that
people
money
giving
from?
him back up. There are people giving him back
I
up.
believe
Is
some
it that
people
those
told him
people
not to
are
tell
in
them.
view or not?
Yeah.
There are he knows people that are giving him back up. Very Dark Man coming into the picture is just as if that, okay, this person has had enough. I think it's time I should just expose him here, close and small. I like, so
They just use and play small.
let us use it and play small, and then distract the people, and then Very Dark Man is receiving his own money.
Yeah.
Bobrisky is receiving his own money. So we are the one that is hungry, that needed to support who we need to support. This is my fave, this is my fave, that is my fave. I don't have any fave.
Nigerians are new story. You always buff into it.
So let's move on to the next trending news. Aria Star, Asake, Burna Boy, Rema Thames, nominated for 2024 MTV EMAs. What do you think? Who is going to win? The
All
four
of them
nominees.
All of them are.
I don't expect a different name. These 5 people, they are really representing.
But I was
Nigeria
expecting to see
outside.
Tyler there. I don't see Tyler.
Tyler is a South African
She's
Nigerian.
a South African,
Oh,
not a
okay.
This one is for Nigerian award.
Oh, I was expecting to see Wizkid or Davido.
No, Whiskey doesn't drop any single since. We're still working on
So
more.
why are they not fighting online?
I don't understand.
You
The two of
know,
them.
they are just kind of Tom and Jerry.
Yes.
Tom.
Don't we look for Jerry's where wala.
So I think I would rather say that Whiskey is the is the Jerry, why Davido
The
is
Easy
the Tom.
Tom.
So they're going to be fighting themselves. But those ones are actually a good start for Nigeria. Like, well, you can imagine how Nigerian music industry is actually blowing up every time. Young stars coming in every day, and then it's really good. It's good, and I wish them all the best. That is all I have to say.
If I'm to vouch for anybody to win, I think Ashake has gone this year, last year, he has.
That is not as if if you're.
Can you imagine what he did in London?
No, that is not have to. You just have to like wish them luck. They are all good in their own aspects.
Yeah,
Okay, I can decide that there's some music of Ashake I don't like, but I like the other ones. Same thing with Rema, same thing with Burna Boy, same thing with them. So I can just pick few from them and then be listening to it. It just depends. So I just wish them luck. That's all.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Do the BB Naija season 9 housemates qualifies as a celebrities? All those that just came out last week, so
Yeah,
did they qualify as a celebrity?
They are qualified.
I
No,
think-
it depends on the talents, though. You know, everybody does not have to be how will I say it, a celebrity or whatever. But it depends. If you're hungry for celebrity, you go for it. If you're
Like, do
hungry-
they qualify? This
To be called a celebrity.
exactly during in the house, the way they
They're
did
already
and all.
celebrity. Like being in
Most
the
of them-
Not all of them are
Most
celebrities,
of them
though.
have names
no,
outside.
look,
Like,
they are already
Yes.
a celebrity.
yeah.
They've been in the house for complete how many days, and then they are on shows 247 live, and then they are already a celebrity.
Like Ruthie, who knows Ruthie before? Nobody knows her. Nobody even knows that she has a daughter.
That is it. So, they
So
are
she's
already
not a celebrity.
They are-
I
She
think-
entered the house
If you
before
go
she
to
becomes
their
a
social
celebrity.
media
One-
handle
Those I
now.
can say that they are celebrities is Wani
and Annie were
Annie were
celebrities.
celebrities.
If you
No,
if
they are
you go to their
DJs.
social media handles now, it's already popping. Unless the ones that just feels like let me. fall
Like this
back
Sean,
and
I
then
don't
watch
even know Sean before.
I
I've never heard of
I
Sean.
know one.
all all of them.
One person yesterday saying that she actually disliked Wani and Annie.
No.
Like she disliked them, that she has judged them based on
No,
what they were.
no.
But them getting into the BBN house after seeing that what all they've performed
Yeah,
and
see,
all, she liked them. She
I-
now said never in her life we should judge anybody by their looks. Like
You can't judge Wani and Hani because I would say Wani. I know Wani very well. I've worked with her before.
okay.
She's this kind of person. She's free. She's friendly. She's nice. Anything around her, she just want anything around her should be lively. Don't look at the way they dress. They are entertainers. They are entertainers. If you are looking at Wani, what about Beyonce, Shakira,
Rihanna.
Rihanna? No.
Thames self, like
No, Thames does not show off her body.
Thanks
She doesn't show off her body. She likes wearing big clothes. Thames wear big clothes now. She
all
doesn't show off
these
her body.
small all these small skirts.
No, she.
No, it's
Thames.
not. It's Zaria.
That's
Okay.
Ayasta.
It's
That's
Zaria.
Ayasta. Thames mentioned in an interview one time that the reason why she wears big shirts is because when she wears something tight, some producers want to give her
Come in
wrong
and
proportion.
all.
So she's like, okay, when she's going to the studio, she wears big clothes, so people will get her eyes off her, something like that.
You know, that thing, wearing big clothes does not actually mean that people is going to take your eyes off. It just depends on how you dress. What is free is going to be free. What is not free is it's not. It's
That's
not going
just
to be
it.
free.
That's just it.
It's just
So-
the self dignity that has to be there.
So let's move on. Beef is normal in music. Fireboy weighs in on Wizkid versus Davido.
That story.
You just talk about the Tom and Jerry's part of all those the whiskey that they. So it's normal. So they can actually have a disagreement today. Tomorrow they're going to picture each other in music, and then
That's
life goes on.
That's
So
will stop.
the people that I'm having issue with is the fans. How will I even call them? Those
Hey, now that
fans.
they are
Because
putting
they're going to
water
put-
inside the fire.
See,
Like
they want to light the gas.
Let me
They
tell
want
you,
to.
let me tell you something. See, since when Wizkid and Davido started having issues online, Wizkid's fans, Davido's fans, when they started- when
FCT
they
and
started-
30G.
30G.
Oh God. Those ones are-
that was when those two started having reduction in their music life, their music status, because the more you argue about this, it affects them.
You know what I think?
It affects them individually.
You know what I think?
That was the period
coming on
Burna
social
Boy
media.
boomed up.
You know, most people are actually, those their fans, I don't think they actually know what they're thinking. Okay, those people that told you that they are actually having a beef, you didn't see them face to face fighting each other. The next 1 minute, you're going to see them having someone will just take a picture of them, look at the people where they support, and then they outside, they jump live. So they are actually doing that for social media. You know, X paid. Yeah, X media, it pays. So maybe they just wanted to use that as
But this last argument they had was a serious one.
Yeah, is
Wizkid came online. It came online, posted.
Okay,
said a lot. Wizkid has always
dragging his family member into
a lot of it.
Yeah.
Do you
know what actually
came out online?
Yes, she had to talk because that girl doesn't talk at all.
Wizkid dad was actually there as well. He has to say something. Okay, let me ask this question. It was about Puma and then
Puma deal, Nike
so
deal.
Do you actually think that Wizkid did wrong from declining Puma payments, and then or Davido going to says that okay, he wanted to accept the money that Puma is paying Wizzy, lesser amount of it? Is Davido right or wrong?
No, I think Davido has been doing that a long time ago, because Wizkid had a deal with Pepsi and dropped the deal. Davido went for it. Wizkid had a deal with Nike, dropped the deal. Davido went for it. Every deal Wizkid has been having with people
and has been dropping. Davido is going for it.
So this Puma on it was like okay, the amount that they were paying Wizkid.
And Wizkid just dropped that Puma deal. It wasn't up to two months ago.
So
he called up Davido and he went for it.
So they say that Davido now went back to take up the deal and then accepting the lesser pay for it.
Yeah.
And Wizkid was actually furious because there's in his handle there's where he stated that he was not just fighting for himself alone. He's fighting for Africa because those products that actually come to endorse them as their own, they needed to pay more.
Yeah.
Instead of just trying to buy them with some chicken change. So that was the reason why he was angry with Davido. Why would you go and take lesser amounts?
Even though if you are rich.
Because I was just, okay, imagine in markets now, the three of us are actually on sales. Okay, maybe let me just say we are selling shoes.
Yeah.
And then we needed to form our communities. So if this person comes to you and then wants to buy something, you have to make sure that the price that you are going to tell that person is rhyme with hers.
Sure, definitely.
So it won't have any other place to go apart from, okay,
is it that
they
it
are
buys
all
from
the same.
you or it buys from me?
So if you're going to be selling your own 30 naira and then it came to you and then it was like, okay, how much is your own? And then this one says it's 15 naira. It's going to come back to you. It won't patronize the rest. So it's going to be like, it's a downgrading because you are already betraying the community already. So you are going to have issue. That is what Wizkid was trying to do. So some people were saying that Wizkid was wrong, while some people were saying that Davido was wrong.
I think Davido just wants to have his hands on
many things.
The endorsement. That's Davido. That's that to be.
Yeah, like seriously, I applaud Wizkid for his courage for trying to fight for Africa. But at the same time, this is supposed to be man-to-man discussion. They were friends before, so
you know they want to fight. They should come out. They should do wrestling stuff. Which one is online? Which one is online fight? They should do man-to-man.
This argument didn't surface online until when a fan had to drop a comment before you know, Wizkid has his fan base
there was this
that can die for him.
This Davido crypto that was actually there on one time, and then it ripped so many people off their hard and in money. And then so people are just like, why would you blindly wanted to go and be like celebrity fans and then fave and then supporting celebrity instead of looking into their bad? Because Nigeria is fond of that. If I'm going to be a celebrity now, whatever I'm doing, even if it is bad, they don't care anymore. They just wanted to be like, don't worry, she's doing the right thing. No, they just wanted to cover it up.
As a celebrity, you should be mindful of the endorsements you collect. That won't affect the fans that are supporting you.
Yeah, that is it. But I don't think that Davido has that boundaries. He just wanted to go on and on.
Okay, so we've come to the end of our show. Thank you guys. We meet tomorrow. We love you all. Bye.